Kunle.
Kule, the voice was right behind him. He spun around, flashlight shaking in his hand, and froze. A woman stood at the foot of his bed, naked, skin gray and peeling. Her eyes were completely black, and her smile was far too wide. This was night 3 in the compound at Sabo, Ibadan. Let me tell you how Kule got here. When Kule's uncle died, he left him a house in Sabo, Ibadan. Old, crumbling, but it was free accommodation. And Kule was broke. The neighbors warned him on his first day, don't stay in that compound after 2 a.m. The old woman next door whispered, and whenever you do, don't answer if you hear your name. Kule laughed it off. Village superstition. The first night was fine. The second night, he heard footsteps in the corridor outside his room. Slow, deliberate. He figured it was rats. On the third night, he woke up at exactly 2:07 a.m. The room was freezing. His breath missed in the air. And then he heard a tap, 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 knocking on his door. Kule, a woman's voice, soft, sweet. Kule opened the door. His body locked up. The old woman's warning echoed in his mind. Don't answer if you hear your name. He stayed silent, barely breathing. Tap, tap, tap. Kule, I know you're awake. The door handle began to turn, slowly, even though he did lock the door. His heart nearly exploded. He grabbed his phone, turned on the flashlight, and shone it at the door. The handle stopped moving. Silence. He waited 5 minutes. 10. Nothing. Finally, he exhaled. Maybe he did imagine it. Maybe. Kule, the voice was right behind him. He spun around, flashlight shaking in his hand. A woman stood at the foot of his bed, naked, skin gray and peeling. Her eyes were completely black, no white, just endless darkness. Her mouth stretched into a smile far too wide for her face. You didn't answer, she whispered, and then she lunged. Kule screamed, stumbling backward. His back hit the wall. He squeezed his eyes shut, praying, sobbing. When he opened them, she was gone, but the room reeked of decay, and on his bedsheet, wet handprints. Small, cold, he ran out of that compound and never went back. A week later, he heard the story from an old man at a beer parlor. 20 years ago, a woman named Abeni lived in that compound with her husband. She caught him cheating. In a fit of rage, she poisoned him. Then she poisoned herself. They found her dead body 3 days later, naked, hanging from the ceiling fan in that same room. They say she's still there, searching, not for her husband, but for men, any man, to punish them the way she couldn't punish him. And if you are alone in that room after 2 a.m., she will know.